Okay, in this tutorial we're going to talk about how to use your mouse correctly. So that's using the left and the right mouse buttons, double clicking, and just briefly explain about using the mouse wheel. Now mice come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and usually have 2 or 3 buttons, and some have a small wheel on top of the third button. This lesson is to teach you how to use all the buttons correctly. So the first thing you should do is place your mouse in either your right or your left hand, depending on whether you're right or left-handed, on your mouse mat close to your keyboard, and place a light grip on your mouse that is comfortable to you. Now if you lift up your mouse and take a look underneath, you'll see there's either a small ball protruding or a small red light. If you have the more old-fashioned type with a ball protruding, we'd recommend that you purchase the newer optical type, which is much easier to use. However, either type will work and are used the same way. So let's get started. Now I'm going to increase the cursor size of this mouse so it's easier for you to see. You can actually do this yourself by going through the control panel and using the ease of access menu. And we'll talk about the control panel later on and go through that later on in another tutorial. Now if we move our mouse over the top of the recycling bin icon, notice how the icon lights up. And what we're going to do is double click the left mouse button. Notice how a window opens with what is the contents of the recycling bin. If that hasn't happened for you, it means that you've either moved your mouse as you've double clicked or you haven't double clicked fast enough. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to drag the window around and drop it into a position where you want it. So if you move your mouse cursor to the middle top of the window, hold down your left click button and move your mouse again, you can see that you're moving the window around. And if we put it into the bottom right hand corner, release the left mouse click and move our mouse again, it's been deposited there in the bottom right hand corner, and that is called dragging and dropping. And you can do that with icons as well. Now I'm going to reposition this back into the middle of the window. So I've holding down my left click and move the mouse to reposition it and release the left click. That's dragging and dropping. And now if I move the cursor over the top of the small red button with a white cross in it, which is the close window button, notice how it highlights up. And if I just left click that once, that closes the window. So notice how that by using the left click button, that actions are performed. Now what happens now if we use the right click button? So I'll move again over to the top of the recycling bin and I'm going to right click with the mouse. Notice how a small menu comes up offering us different options. So we can open, we can empty the recycling bin, we can create a shortcut, we can rename it, and we can get the properties. So by right clicking on the icon, we've got some options, and that's what happens. If you right click over things, you'll get some more options, and little menus will come up. So you can practice this by going over different icons and seeing what happens when you right click. Now I'm going to move the cursor away and left click, and that gets rid of the menu. The middle button with a small wheel on top, this is used for scrolling up and down pages when you've got documents with large amounts of writing and you want to scroll up and down. All you do is just click on the button and scroll up and down. Now what we need to do is we need to find some practice so that you can get practicing double clicking and using the mouse. So if we go down to the bottom left hand corner where the start menu is, left click on there, notice a box comes up with a navigation. We'll go through this when we do the desktop tutorial, what the navigation means. Anyhow, in the bottom corner there's a little box, and if we type in there solitaire, 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 Solitaire. And what happens is we've got some two programs come up, and I'm going to click on the Solitaire, left click. Now every Windows operating system has a Solitaire game for you to play. And the reason I've got you to open this is so that you can practice your clicking and double clicking by playing the card game, and soon you'll become very proficient in double clicking and moving and dragging things about. And that is how to use the mouse correctly. Thank you.